So let's get started on our backs. And you can feel free to prop yourself up any way you like. If you have your book, you can take your pillow, you can come into a supported fish-esque pose by taking your pillow and propping it up with your block, extending your legs nice and long. And then just sinking back. Find your happy place. Good. All right, so once you land, wiggle around and get really comfortable. And then let your eyes close. And just be present to this moment. So the day is coming to a close. What's done is done. Let's be here now. And just notice the parts of the body that are making contact with the floor beneath you. Just notice how many body parts are making contact. And then just take stock of those that are not, that may be suspended somewhat. A little space beneath the knees. If you're on your back, the small of the back, the crook of the neck. Good. Notice here the sounds in your space. And the sounds that are a little farther away. See how many different sounds you can notice. And see if you can make a concerted effort to soften the face, the brow, the jaw. Maybe swallow in your throat, relaxing that throat center. And just let the mat support you, let your pillows support you. And then bring your awareness to your breath. If you'd like to have one hand on heart, one hand on belly, it's a yogi's choice. And we'll soften the belly, begin to deepen the breath, filling up that belly, bringing that fresh oxygen up into the rib cage. And finally drawing it all the way up into the lungs, filling up completely and pausing. Breath retention. And then exhale slowly, slower than you think you can. We're getting good at this now. The exhalation, keeping it longer than the inhalation. And then retain the breath at the bottom of the exhalation. Just to pause, noticing how it feels to empty out. And begin again. Full exhalation, filling up. Retaining at the top of the inhale. And then slowly releasing the breath, just one little nook and cranny at a time, letting it all release from the body. And then pause at the bottom of the exhalation again. Now you've been breathing all your life, so you don't need me to tell you exactly how to breathe. I'm just reminding you to slow it down. This is our mindful portion of our day, so continue your breath work, filling up and exhaling completely. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and she reminded me of that poem that many of us may remember, but I'm thinking that my kids may have never heard this. I'm pretty sure I had a poster of this in my college dorm room, or if I didn't, someone on my dorm floor did. And you may remember this. It's called Desiderata. It was written in 1927 by a poet named Max Ehrmann, and yeah, I better double check that. Yes. It was written, and some of it sounds very old-fashioned, but some of it is very sweet. And the first two lines you'll recognize: go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. It goes on, as far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly. Listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially, do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars, you have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt, the universe is unfolding as it should. It's all coming back to you now. I can feel it. There was a radio broadcaster who actually produced a song with that chorus back in the 70s. So just a little flashback for you. When you're ready, on your next breath in, take a blink open your eyes, bend one knee and just roll to one side and remove any pillows or blocks or anything that you have, and just come all the way down to your mat. And give your knees a squeeze, hug them in tight, and just notice your lower back rocking from side to side. Yeah, we don't hear the word placid much during an election year, do we? Go placidly amid the noise and haste. And then maybe take some circles with your knees, rock out. One direction, and then the other. Good. Hug your knees in again, and we're going to take a half happy baby. So decide if you're ready. Just take one foot up toward the ceiling, and if you can, extend that other leg long, and just maybe notice how your hips are feeling. Rock from side to side, drawing that whatever knee you have into the shoulder of choice. A lot of yogi's choice tonight, because that's what it's all about. And try to take about 5 breaths in each pose, staying a little bit longer this evening. Deepening the breath again if you've lost your deep breath. Drawing that knee into the shoulder. Good. And then just take a hug of the knee coming into wind relieving pose, and take a circle of that ankle going in one direction. And then go the other way. Good. Point and flex if that feels good. Check out the ankle clicks. And then release that leg long. And we'll take that other side. See if you can reach for the outside of this leg, this foot. This would be a foot. Hug that knee in toward the shoulder. Rock from side to side. Just notice what kind of mobility you're starting with tonight. Oh, it'll get better. It will. No worries. Let's take our 5 breaths. Let's stay with this placidly. Deep inhalation, slow exhalation. Good. And then hug that knee into the chest again. Wind relieving pose, and wave to yourself with your foot. Take some circles of the ankle. Oh yeah, I've got some cracks. Good. And on your next inhale, reach long, send your legs long, point your toes, send your arms over your head, and just take a little gentle back bend. So just finding that, exaggerating that C curve in the lower lumbar spine. Good. And then slowly release your hands to the floor, bring your feet to the floor, bending your knees. And we'll take some dynamic movement, just moving with the breath, just getting the spine warmed up. So inhale, lift your hips and lift your arms overhead, coming into just a bridge pose. And then exhale, lower down. Good. We'll take a few. Inhale. And exhale. Just moving that spine forward and back. Getting ready for all the excitement. I posted on Facebook that quote from Wicked, from Defying Gravity, everyone deserves the chance to fly, because I really want to try crow pose. So we're going to work up to that. Don't get nervous. Stay here in the moment. It'll be fun. And we'll take one more. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower down. Good. And so in anticipation of our crow pose, let's bring our knees in and just place them on our forearms, and just your palms will face toward one another, and flex your feet. So really draw your belly into your spine. And so this is just a recline crow pose. Just kind of get used to the idea here. This is sort of where we will be, but not quite. It won't be quite this easy. So take another breath in, just kind of commit this to memory. And then take your feet to the floor, bringing your hands down to the floor, palms facing up, palms facing down. And then we're going to take a shoulder stand, and if shoulder stand does not work for your neck, and it's not for everyone because of any neck injuries, just lift your legs up. Just come into this modified shoulder stand. There's also, if you have a yoga block, there's also the option of coming into a supported shoulder stand, which feels really good if you like. However, you will have to take your block out before we take the next part of this. So if you want to join me in shoulder stand, continue looking up at the ceiling, and we're going to lift our hips over our heads and take your hands behind you. Prop yourself up and continue to look at the ceiling. Try not to look at me. If you have to look at me, don't do it before you rise up to your shoulder stand. So this is really good for the thyroid. It's also a stretch for the back of the neck and the shoulders. It's also hard to talk in this pose. Good. So we'll be here for another breath or two. Always the option to come down. And then if you feel like you want to come into plow pose, take your legs back over your head. And we're going to take this slowly, and then we will come back to it. But for now, draw your knees down to your ears, come into Def Yogi. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to roll up and forward and come into Baddha Konasana. So bringing your feet together. You got it? And then fold over those feet and just find a forward fold. So we'll take it a few more times, a little bit faster, just moving somewhat with our breath. So if you want to just come into legs up, fine. If you want to join me back in shoulder stand, if you feel like you have it, go ahead and lift up. We'll take some breaths here. Try for 5. Good. So good to get the legs up over the heart. And don't turn your head, just a reminder. And if you're ready, take plow pose. Lift your head. Why is it that words just don't come out when I'm upside down? Lift your legs back over your head. And breathe. And as you're ready, take your Def Yogi, bringing your knees to frame your ears. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, roll forward, come into Baddha Konasana. So it's sort of fun, right? Just let your head pour forward. Let your chin come to your chest. Take a couple more breaths here. Good. When you're ready, we'll come back whenever you're ready. Last shoulder stand of the night. I have my mic pack. It's kind of hard to hold on to this, but I can do it. Breathe in. Keep your gaze up toward the ceiling so you're not turning your head. Don't do anything to your precious neck. Stay placid. When you're ready, Def Yogi. Good. And when you're ready, roll forward, coming into your Baddha Konasana. Butterfly pose. Let your chin come down to your chest, stretch the back of the neck, roll your shoulders forward, and breathe. Nice work. Good. When you're ready, slowly rise up. Scoot your hips back, extend your legs long, reach your arms up overhead, look up, flex your feet, and as you come forward, so this is where a strap can come in handy if you happen to have one. Strap, a belt. You could wrap this around your legs and use it, or no need for that strap. Just take your hands to the outsides of your legs and just forward fold. Let your nervous system settle down after all those shenanigans with the shoulder stand. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowing down that breath, coming back to the slow breaths. We're just taking our time, getting that spine feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. It's another 70s song, I think. You can take one more breath in, and on your exhalation, slowly walk your way up. We're going to come back down, coming up and down a little bit today. Come all the way down. And we're going to come into fish pose. So we're going to take our, I'll start on this side. We're going to lift our left hip and slide our left hand underneath our booty. And then do the same thing with the right. Palms are facing down beneath the booty. And then press up into your elbows and lift your chest. And then take the back of your head, the crown of your head, whatever you can get, down to the mat. So you're opening your throat in the opposite way of your shoulder stand. So this is a counter pose. And point your toes, engage your legs, and breathe here. Let's take 5 breaths in this fish pose, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pressing into the mat. Another good pose for the thyroid. Breathing in. Breathing out. And as you're ready, slowly release one hand and then the other and shake it out, shake it out. Hey, let's try this lying down. You ready? Shake the right hand right and left. Shake the left hand up and down. Hey, it might be easier laying down. Okay, take the left hand left and right. Take the right hand up and down. Good. Oh, it's so much easier. When you're ready, start to rock and roll forward and back. Yep. And then come all the way up to a seat. Cross your legs. Good job. Let me turn that down. Someone's trying to get a hold of me. All right. We're going to do a little bit of pranayama. We're going to do a little bit of breath of fire. It's going to feel really good. You can place your hand on your belly if you like. Take a big deep breath. And we're just going to pump the belly. All the breath is going to come, it's going to feel like it's only exhaling, but you really are inhaling, or you just wouldn't get through this. So trust me, you're inhaling. So when you're ready, you can watch me first. It's just, it's really weird, but I'm telling you, it's so good. Purification times infinity. So when you're ready, close your eyes and just enjoy this breath of fire. I will guide us through it. We will take 3 rounds, and here we go. And pause and just relax and breathe normally. Good. Take your chin down to your chest and take a few neck rolls here. And then bring that chin back to parallel. Take your hand to your belly if you like it there. Close your eyes, and we'll take round 2. Ready? And. And pause, inhale, and exhale. Good. Take a few neck circles in the opposite direction. Good. One more round. When you're ready, assume the position. Here we go. And just relax. Let your eyes stay closed. Let your hands relax where they are comfortable. And just breathe normally. Just notice how you feel. And take a deep breath and see if you notice a little more space for the breath, a little more heat perhaps. Take a full exhalation. And then blink your eyes open. Let's come into tabletop. So you can, if your blanket is spread out like mine, you might want to fold it up and give your knees some extra love and care. Smooth out all the wrinkles. And then take your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders and spread your fingers nice and wide. Do a little Sophie shake. Jeanette got to visit with Sophie this week, I heard. It's so nice. I know she was happy to see you. Take a big breath in and drop your belly. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, round. Inhale again. And exhale to round. You see how your spine is feeling. Maybe you can press that mat away and draw your belly into your spine and get a little more roundedness this evening. You child of the universe, you. Good. Excellent work. Let's take our hands and face our palms toward us, face our fingertips toward us, and just take your hips back ever so slightly. Stretch out those wrists, stretch out those forearms. Being kind to our wrists. Let's take one more breath here. And then slowly turn your hands the other way. Bring your knees wide, wide, wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Sink your hips back. Let your forehead come to the mat. Reach your arms forward for extended child's pose. And let's take 5 breaths together here. Really walk your fingers forward. Get those shoulders and the upper back stretched. So keep those elbows lifted. And then press into the palms, sink your hips back a little bit more. Get that length in the spine. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths here together. And when you exhale completely on that 3rd breath, just take your hands, walk them over to the left. Maybe take your right hand atop the left hand and find that side stretch. Keep those hips drawing back. Breathe in here. Breathe out. And on your next inhalation, let's take a walk over to the right. Take the left hand to the top of the right and breathe in. And breathe out. Excellent. Good job, you guys. Come back to center. We'll take our hands just ever so slightly in front of where they were in tabletop. Tuck your toes and go ahead, lift your hips, come into your first down dog. And walk your dog. I miss my dog. Bending one knee and then the other. She leaves me little reminders of herself. There's one right on my knee. Let's get that. Okay. All right, find some stillness. Press your heels back. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Take a big breath in. And then rock forward. Come into plank pose. So bringing your shoulders over your arms and take that right knee and draw it up to that right tricep. Yep. Now send it up high, three-legged dog, and lower it down. Good. Back to down dog, lifting the hips, pressing the heels back, gazing back towards your knees. Take a big breath in. And exhale back to your plank, coming forward. Shoulders over, wrists. And then take that left knee and draw it up toward that left tricep. Oh yeah. Good. Keep the breath and the placidity. And then reach that left leg up. Three-legged dog here. Keep pressing that right heel down. Point that left toe. And then slowly lower it down. Good. Take a big breath in. Let's do that 2 more times. And we'll just move through it as we are able. So inhale, coming into your plank. Draw your right knee toward that tricep. Exhale, send that right leg up. And lower it down. Good. Inhale. Come forward. Left tricep. Good. Exhale it back up and lower it down. Good job. You guys are nailing this. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Left knee to left tricep. And exhale it back up. Lower it down. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Take a big breath in, look forward, and slowly walk forward. Find your forward fold. Get your hands off of the floor. Let your wrists have a little break. Come into ragdoll, bending your knees as much as you need to. Breathe in and rock from side to side. Exhale completely. Good. Shake out the head. Yes, no, maybe so. When you're ready, bend your knees, root to rise. Reaching up, looking up. Let your palms touch and clasp your hands together and press your palms up toward the ceiling. Draw your shoulders down and away from the ears. Take a big breath in, engage your legs, bring your belly into your spine and lean to the right, look left. Let's take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale back to center and take yourself over to the left and look right. Breathe in, breathe out. And inhale back up to center. And take your arms into goddess pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look up. And then exhale. Take your hands behind you. Clasp them. And lift your arms up off of your back as you forward fold. Maybe straightening your knees a little more. Maybe bringing your belly down to the tops of the legs. Lift those arms. Open those shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. When you're ready, take your hands to the floor. We're going to step back with the right leg, just coming into a low lunge to start, rocking forward and back. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. We've got this. Walk that left foot over to the left side of the mat. Lower that right knee. Lower the top of the right foot. And we'll first come up into a low lunge. And just feel how that feels coming into that goddess pose again from here. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Shine in the heart. And then when you're ready, bring your hands down to frame this left foot. Bring the right hand to the inside of the left foot. And just take a twist. Open up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe take that left arm behind for a half bind. Good. And then release that left hand. Bring your left hand right next to your right hand. And prop yourself up as you wish. So pillows, blocks, your books. We're going to come into a lizard pose and get those hips and hamstrings all worked out. Breathe in, breathe out. That's all you have to do in this moment. Pay attention, stay with me. Let's go for 5 breaths here. Nice. As you're ready, peel yourself back up and listen here. Let's kind of walk that left foot in more a little bit. Tuck your right toe, and then we're just going to take a little hop with the right foot and bring the right foot to railroad track. Straighten the left leg. Take a big breath in, and then we're just going to start by taking our nose toward our left knee. See how that feels. And if you feel really steady, come up halfway and then take your hands behind you. Now, yogi's choice again, you can clasp your hands just like we did, or you can bring your hands to reverse namaste if you'd like to bring your palms together behind your back. And then a little balance challenge, so make sure your feet are on railroad tracks. So a foot, 2 feet away apart, about a hip width, whatever that is for you. And we'll just breathe here. We'll be here for 5 breaths, so we've already probably nailed a couple, so stay with it. And if you're rocking, just let it be. So am I. Good. Once we get that left hamstring nice and stretchy, slowly bend that left knee, bring your hands down to the floor, and we'll go ahead and lift that right leg up to the sky, coming into a standing split. Point the toes, shake out your head, just be here. You strong, you are graceful. Good job. And the final portion of this long drawn out series is a squat. So bring your right foot to the right side of the mat, your left foot to the left side of the mat, and sink your hips down. Your toes are going to point out, your hands are going to press together at your heart, and let your elbows press to your legs, and your legs press into your elbows. Find some equanimity here. And lift your heart and smile. And we'll take 5 breaths here. And then we've got to do it all over again. Good job. See how we can remember that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And when you're ready, take your hands to the floor. Slowly press yourself up, straightening your legs, and heel toe your feet into hip width. And we'll come back into our forward fold of choice. So peace fingers, ragdoll, hug around your thighs. Just make it your own. Slow down your breath again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. When you're ready, come up to your halfway lift. Find that Ardha Uttanasana. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. And on your exhale, take your fingertips to the floor. Step back with your left leg. Get nice and long. Rock forward and back. Let's see if we can remember the sequence on this side. Good job. Lower yourself down. Come into a low lunge. Reach up. Let your palms clasp and send your palms up to the ceiling, maybe on this side. Take a breath in and a breath out to release. And then take your twist to the right, keeping your right knee over that right ankle. Maybe take your half bind if you like it. Only if you like it. Big breath in. Nice breath out. Then bring your right hand down, move your right foot over to the right. We'll come into our lizard on this side. So make sure that left leg is extended long, and find your props that you need to take 5 breaths here in this lizard pose. Breathing in, exhaling out. Good. Five breaths. Sometimes it's a challenge to stay. Let's do it together. Don't scrunch the shoulders like I am. Do as I say, not as I do. Good. Take one more breath in. And slowly release your hands to the floor. Remove your props. Tuck your left toe. And then, yes, we're going to take our hands to frame that right foot. Scoot the right foot over just ever so slightly. And then we're going to take a little jump and bring our left foot into railroad tracks. So both legs are straight. Come up to your fingertips first. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears, looking down. Take a big breath in, and as you're ready, take your nose towards your knee. And we'll breathe here. Notice that hamstring. Head under heart, another really good pose for us. Makes us have a rosy glow. Good. If you're ready and you want to try this, but come up to your fingertips, maybe take reverse namaste, or maybe just take that clasp. Do what you can. So we're challenging the balance here. You might want to keep your eyes open. If you close your eyes, you're going to get more of a challenge. Reverse namaste is always an option. And breathe here. Nice big breaths, deep and full. So you want to make sure you're on those railroad tracks and your legs aren't too close together so you can keep that balance. Take one more breath in. Exhale it out, and then bend that right knee. Bring your hands forward. Come into your standing split here. Lifting your left leg up to the sky, pointing that toe, getting long. Maybe you want to take one hand to this right leg, or maybe both if you feel like you can balance there. You do you. Good. And then the last portion of this show, we're going to bring our left foot to the left side of the mat, toes pointing out, sink down into your yogi squat. You are amazing. Squat it on down, lift your heart, lift your gaze, draw your shoulders back, all the things. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Get really serious about the squat. This is going to make that crow pose so much more available to us. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out. And then take your hands to the mat. Actually, take your hands behind you. Let's come down to a seat. Extend your legs long. Doesn't matter which way you're facing. Good. And then tuck one knee in, just like kind of like we were in that wind relieving pose. Flex your left foot and see if you can get your right shoulder inside this right leg. So we kind of tuck it in. And then take your palm and flip it See if you can reach around and take your left hand, see if you can find a bind. Maybe you won't reach, maybe you will. You might have to re-scoot your leg in. And then take your gaze toward the left. Opening up that left shoulder. Noticing your breath. Has it gotten choppy? Mine has. See if you can slow it down. Good. One side's usually easier than the other. I feel so rude not looking at you. Let's take one more breath. And then I'll unwind and take this right foot to the inside of the left leg. You with me? Lift your arms, reach your arms way overhead. Flex that left foot. And then bring your nose to your knee here. Just let that external rotation of this right leg happen. And breathe. Relax the back of the neck and the jaw. Softness. Suppleness. Sometimes I have to look up synonyms. I just can't think of enough synonyms to describe these poses. Let's take one more breath in. And then slowly let yourself come up. And one more thing on this side, take your right leg across the left. Keep that flex in the left foot and take your twist on this side. So right hand goes behind you. Give yourself a hug. You can take this arm out or you can wrap and hug. Take your gaze over that right shoulder gently, taking the neck in that direction. Breathing in, breathing out. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. So let's unwind and see what happens on this side. Hug that left leg in and get really intentional about that, really close, so that the heel is close to the inner thigh of the right leg. And then take this left shoulder, scooch it in, and flip your palm and take it around the back and see if you can get your right arm back behind there. Yeah, that side worked a little bit better. And then let's twist over to the right, keeping that right leg engaged, opening up that shoulder. And if you have any shoulder injuries, just back off. No sense aggravating things. Let's breathe in a few more times. It's all in the name of flying. It's going to be fun. Good. Let's take one more breath. Exhale it out. And take that left foot inside the right leg. Keep that right leg engaged. Reach your arms up, fingertips up, and gracefully bow to your right knee. Maybe you want to come a little bit closer. Maybe you want to use a strap if you happen to have one. Propping up as needed. If that left knee is lifted super high, you can tuck something under there, a blanket, pillow. Good. Fill up the backs of the lungs. Think lower lungs, middle lungs, upper lungs. See if you can think about filling up all 360 degrees around. Breathing deep and letting it go. And then we'll slowly make our way up and take our twist on this side, deciding whether you want to take this arm across or give yourself a hug. Whatever you do, lift that spine nice and long, crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling, flexing that right foot, and then take that left hand behind you, lift up even higher, and take your gaze over that left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Excellent. As you're ready, unwind. And here we are, we're ready. Let's just take our hands behind us, rock our knees side to side. And as children of the universe, it's time to fly. So if you have your A book, I'm going to just use one block because in case you only have War and Peace, take it back about 3/4 of the way down your mat. Bring your hands, come into tabletop, and then come up on your feet and see if you can come up on your block. Now just kind of balance there. So notice how you feel there. And then once you get settled, see if you can bring your knees way up high, almost to your armpits on your triceps, and then spread your fingers nice and wide on the mat. And we're going to lean forward, taking our gaze forward, and just see if we can balance here. Don't take your feet off the block yet, unless you are really confident about your crow pose. If you are, go for it. But just if you are trying it for the first time, come on back. Give your wrists a little rotation. And let's try round 2 and see what we can do here. So really tuck those knees into the armpits. Keep your gaze forward. So you don't want to look down. You want to keep your gaze forward. And just lean forward. Maybe you lift one toe. Maybe you lift both toes. Keep your gaze forward. You got this. Keep clawing through those fingertips. And then when you're ready, come back, come back. Give yourself a break. And if you're on the floor, no worries. It's just nice to give you a little bit of elevation here. It's kind of a little yogi trick to get into crow pose. Rotate your wrists. You want to try it again? Let's try it. See how many breaths you can take here. If you have to come out, you come out. And if you don't want to lift your feet, if you're not ready, that's cool. Completely fine. Coming into your crow, see if you can keep a placid expression on your face. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Excellent. When you're ready, come on out. And come down off your block. How was that? Was that fun? Did you get up there? Take your palms together and just take some figure 8s. Rotate your wrists. Good. Everyone deserves a chance to fly. When you're ready, take your fingertips toward the floor. Stretch out. You have done so well. I think you deserve a little yoga nidra if we have time. Take your other palm to the floor, palm forward, fingertips to the floor. Good, shake it out. Awesome. Okay, we're going to come down to our mats. If you'd like to take your pillow and prop yourself up so your knees are either over a blanket, a rolled up blanket, or your pillow. And you can take your blanket and roll it up just a little bit and give your neck a nice little support back there, right? You want it to be kind of small. So find what feels good. If you're chilly, cover up. You can even fold up your blanket and allow it to just sit right on your belly. And so when you settle in, your only job is to listen to the sound of my voice as I read the Yoga Nidra script. Yoga Nidra is yoga of sleep. So to do a whole full Yoga Nidra practice is to get the equivalent of 4 hours of sleep, they say. So good for us. We'll do a little abbreviated version of it. So when you're ready, just be aware of sounds. Hear the sounds you can hear without strain. Focus on the sounds in the distance. And just let your sense of hearing radiate outward, searching out those distant sounds. Moving your attention from sound to sound without labeling the source. And gradually bring your attention to the sounds that are closer. The sound of my voice. Any sounds in your space. And become aware of your natural breath. Just aware of your natural, spontaneous breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. You might say to yourself, I am now practicing Yoga Nidra. I am awake and relaxed. We'll now begin a systematic journey of awareness throughout your body. So you'll move your awareness to different parts of the body as soon as you hear them named. So as I say the name of the part, just say it silently to yourself and feel that part of your body, but don't move any part of your body. And we'll begin on the right side. The right hand, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, the palm of the hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the right big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the fifth toe. The left hand thumb, the second finger, your third finger, the fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, your forearm, your left elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now to go to the back of your body. the right heel, the left heel, the right calf, the left calf, your right thigh, your left thigh, your right buttock, your left buttock, lower back, middle back, upper back, the entire spine, the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the middle of the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek and left cheek, the upper lip, the lower lip, both lips together, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower belly, pelvis, the whole right leg, the entire left leg, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, the whole face, your whole head, your whole torso, the entire body, your whole body, the whole body. Now imagine the whole body becoming light, as though your body could float away from the floor and toward the ceiling. The head is light and weightless. The limbs are light and weightless. The torso is light and weightless. The whole body light and weightless. Imagine your body rising higher and higher away from the floor. Now imagine your body becoming heavy. Feel the heaviness in all parts of the body, each part becoming heavier and heavier. The head is heavy, the limbs are heavy, the torso is heavy, the whole body heavy. So heavy that it feels as though it is sinking down into the floor. Now a number of different things will be named. You might envision them on the level of emotion or memory or imagination as best as you can. And as I read each image, just move from image to image as soon as you hear it. Red desert, peacock feather, person meditating, doctor's office, a good night's rest, a full moon, your reflection in a mirror, a foggy morning, the sun shining overhead, a bouquet of flowers, waiting for results, a tall tree, receiving help from others, Cool, clear water. A relaxing afternoon. A burning candle. A temple on a mountain. A path through the woods. A vibrant sunset. Taking a deep breath. A puppy stretching. A beautiful garden path. Your favorite song. The sound of my voice. Your own body lying on your mat. Come back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Maintain the awareness of your breath, and at the same time develop your awareness of your physical body. Your body is relaxed and lying on the floor. Feel the container of your skin, the clothes, the props that are touching you. Notice the heaviness of your body as it rests on the floor. And bring your awareness to all those parts that are touching the floor. Do not open your eyes yet, but visualize the surrounding room. Imagine where you are in the room and the other objects that are around you. Lie quietly. When you're ready, begin to make some small movements with fingers and toes. Rock your head from side to side. And then roll to one side and curl up in fetal position, just pausing. And as you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seat and prop yourself up as needed. And let your eyes close. And sit up tall. Just notice how you feel. Notice sensation. You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars, you have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive God to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. When you're ready, reach your arms out. And happily reach up for all the happiness, and then draw it right on down to your heart center. Let your chin bow to your chest. And think of someone who could use some happiness this evening, and send a good prayer, a thought, to one or more people. Thank you for practicing with me tonight. It's always an honor and a joy to guide you through your practice. You child of the universe, you. Until next time, namaste.